My name's Blake Jennings, and I'm at aisle 562, leading change for student learning with Dr. Brooks. And today we have Ms. Sherry Beard, who's our librarian and also our technology chair for Ohatchee High School. How do the positions of the technology chair at the local school, how does it influence student achievement in the school?
In Calhoun County, every school has a technology committee made up of administrators, teachers, and then of course me. My primary goal is to guide the group, do the paperwork, that sort of thing. But we make the decisions together.
How does the central office, how do they affect the influence of your job as a technology chair on the impact that it has on students?
In my opinion, they're the experts. I'm a trained teacher and librarian. These guys, I don't do anything or make any decisions without calling and discussing it with a tech person in our central office. They're specialized, they're knowledgeable, and they're very helpful. So I go through them for everything. Not only that, but a lot of times they get grants and they provide funding outside of what the state provides. So I keep a good relationship with them.
And there's kind of a new theory out there called school-based management, and learning about that, we really haven't got to that point yet. Everything still works for the central offices, us as a county. So, okay. How does the technology chair, how do you determine the priorities across the school so that the local school's vision and mission is accomplished?
Talking to teachers and administrators, we're looking, years out, what's coming down the road, what do we need, what do we wish we could afford, and again, a committee, it's a decision that we make as a committee, and y'all know as teachers, as the head of our tech department here, I send out emails asking teachers to comment, tell me what they think, here's what we're deciding, do they approve or not approve.
What are some of the new pieces of technology that we've purchased at Ohatchee here in the past year or 2 years?
Last year we got, in the last couple of years we got, we have a total of 5 Chromebook cards now. We got 2 of them in the last 2 years. Steadily getting new iPads for teachers and the library. Those come trickling in. Those are probably the biggest pieces.
And with 5 of those, it pretty much seems like on a day-to-day basis, I know as me being a teacher, it seems like somebody's using them at all times.
Oh yeah, they're getting used. They're not sitting.
Okay. Are we allotted a certain amount of money each year to purchase new technology?
Yes, and the allotment, that's a state allotment. Our technology department is constantly writing grants and providing technology supplies to us. But from the State Department, we are allotted a certain amount per teacher.
Okay. How's the roles of technology and comprehensive improvement, how has it evolved since you first entered education?
When I first came to work here, we didn't have any computers, not one. We did report cards by hand. We did everything by hand. There wasn't a computer in this school anywhere, not even in the library. Now, I don't know what we do without them. Right. Everything is done by hand. Kids do research on the computers. In the last 10 years, I've had $1,000 from the state to run this library. So I have to be very selective about what I spend it on. But our tech department is constantly buying me new computers. Right. So all the research now, pretty much, 98% of the research now is done on computers because I don't have the money to keep up my nonfiction. Okay. And it gets the job done.
Okay. How does the role of the technology chair and the responsibilities compare and contrast maybe across different school levels, such as elementary to middle to high school? What's the difference?
I really think the only difference would be the needs of the given grade levels. I don't think there would be any other difference, really. They're using iPads, they're using Chromebooks, they're using computers at the elementary school
So it really
level.
makes it easier on us when they start using that stuff at a younger age. Yeah. And when we get them,
the difference really would be the purpose of the technology tool and what kind of software. Right. I know in elementary, they really use a good bit of software, more than we do. Wow.
Okay. All right. So kids at that age, I know we use Word and some of that stuff, but I know in my science classes we try to teach them how to use Excel. Mm-hmm. It's kind of sometimes one of those things that is kind of tough, but to me it's a big deal.
Yeah, see, they're not learning Excel on the elementary level, but they'll be doing reading software, 3 times a week.
What changes do you see that need to be made to technology use in order to have a greater impact on a positive student achievement?
Probably the greatest change would be teacher involvement, teachers going to training. And the problem is teachers are so busy, especially in a small school like ours. Not only are you teaching wide open, but you have all these extracurricular responsibilities. Mm-hmm. So it's hard to find the time to go to the training. But if we're going to really maximize our use of technology, we're going to have to learn how to do it. Like Keena Tiford, she spends so much of her personal time doing doing training and learning on her own. And that's what we're gonna, if we're gonna maximize the potential, we're gonna have to be trained on how to
So
do
it's
it.
gonna have to
We're gonna
be
have to find the time.
better, more approved professional type development of things.
And it
and
needs
stuff
to be
that-
during the school day because teachers are too busy with
Right.
extracurriculars to do it outside of school.
So just find time to do that.
Right.
What changes do you see that need to be made overall in education? For the last question was about technology. Maybe overall in education, what do you see that maybe can be different to help with student success?
I don't even know that has anything to technology. We have plenty of technology at Ohatchee High School, and we've got great teachers who are using it, and, Keena Teaford mentoring teachers on how to use it. One of the biggest things I see that, in a small school like ours is that the kids need a greater, broader understanding of what's outside of Ohatchee. What can they expect to impact? Maybe some more business involvement, more students out there doing more on the job, shadowing, that sort of thing.
Do you think do you think as being a librarian and tech person, do we have enough kids in here checking out books and reading all the time? Because I think, to me personally, the more you read, the better you're going to be in the classroom.
We have a core group of kids who read. They read and they come in here and they ask for what they want to read, and they're always in here. We have kids who come in here. Most of the kids who come in here, 85% of the kids who come in here are coming in here to do research and finish their schoolwork. But we do have a core group of kids who are reading.
How does the position of the technology chair in your job impact the decision making of school leaders such as Mr. Tittle, our principal?
I do the legwork. He's busy. He's got a million other things to worry about. So I fill out the teachers, I talk to them, and then when we sit down as a committee, I say, here's what the teachers have told me so far. What do you as a committee think? And then we formulate.
All right, well, thank you for the interview.